Have you ever considered feeding your dog a raw diet but gave up because you think it is too complicated? It is not, and in this video I am going to show you how to start your dog on a raw diet. The step one is to evaluate your freezer capacity. If you're going to be feeding a raw diet, you cannot be preparing the meal every day, so you need to batch prepare your dog's food. You need storage to store at least 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 4 weeks worth of food. Some people store food every 3 months. Depending on the capacity you have, you definitely need to get a larger freezer. When I got my dog, I quickly realized that my freezer wasn't enough, so I bought a new freezer that was double the current capacity I had back in December last year. The number two thing you want to do is you want to identify local butchers. What I said here is butchers, not butcher. You need 1, 2, or 3 butchers that you can get all the meat you need from. And when I'm talking about meat is you need to be able to source stuff like green tripe. Green tripe is very scarce, so you need to identify a butcher that will give you that type of meat. So let me quickly walk through the list of meats that you need when you're looking to feed a raw diet. First, you need chicken. When I'm talking about chicken, you need to be able to get chicken drumsticks, chicken wings, chicken neck, chicken feet, chicken head, leg quarters, the chicken heart, chicken liver, the gizzard. So you want this kind of chicken mix, because the important thing you also need to focus on is you need to feed your dog lean meat. That lean meat is meat without bone, meat without fat. And then you need to feed organ meat. So we're talking about liver and then kidney. So 80% lean meat, 5% kidney, 5% liver, and then 10% bone. Another meat option that you have is lamb. Again, if you have access to different butchers, you can go to a butcher and get like lamb ribs. I give my dog lamb rib for her to chew on because it's very, very good for her teeth. And she's a big dog. She's a bull mastiff, a purebred pedigree bull mastiff. If you have a smaller dog, then you can get chicken feet. So another thing you can also give your dog is lamb brain, lamb heart, and then green tripe, kidney, liver, and then lamb spleen. And then another meat option that you have is goat. So you have the option of giving your dog goat heart, goat kidney, goat liver, and then goat's milk when your dog is young and growing. Like when I got my puppy, I'm still even giving her goat's milk now because it's very nutritious. It contains a lot of minerals and nutrients that they need. And again, goat tripe. Another meat option is turkey. Turkey is actually one of the highest meat that has the highest protein. So you want options of turkey thigh, turkey liver, turkey heart, turkey gizzard, and turkey neck. I give my dog turkey neck, and I bought about 5 kilos of turkey necks, and it took her more than 5 or 6 weeks to finish it. So that's part of her raw meaty bone. Then another thing you also want to consider is duck. You have the options of duck neck, duck feet, duck head, duck wings, duck heart, and then duck gizzard as well. So pork is also very important. I feed my dog pork heart. And then I recently found a butcher that I got the kidney, the spleen. So all these options are the options that will help you get your 80% lean meat, 5% kidney, 5% liver, and then 10% bone. Raw meaty bone is an option for you. And again, beef is another thing. If you have access, it's a bit expensive if you're getting boneless beef. So this is an option for you. You can get the beef heart, which is quite cheap, and that will go as part of your lean meat, but you need to be careful not to give them too many beef heart. The tongue, the eyeball, the liver, the rib, the tripe, the ovaries, these are secreting organs that will give very, very high nutritional value to your dog: the uterus, the trachea, the ears, the snout. So these are options. You can list out all these meat options, so when you go to your butcher, you can ask them to help you get all this. Then when it comes to fish, you need to feed your dog, because the omega nutrients that it needs, you need to really focus on adding fish, especially to puppies. If you have a puppy between 3 months to 7 months or to 12 months, when they're really growing, you want to focus on feeding them at least salmon, sardines, or anchovies. Those are the 3 meats that you really want to focus on. The rest you can also feed them, but I try to focus more on the sardines lately. I started with mackerel, but sardine, salmon, and anchovies is what I have in my fridge, and I mix those 3 and I feed her at least once a day to kind of make sure that she's getting those nutrients from fish. And it also helps with the texture and the coat of the dog. It makes it shiny. I also supplement it with coconut oil as well. Another option that you also have for some smaller dogs, you can feed them rabbit. You have the option of rabbit ears, rabbit heart, kidney, and liver. So these are the options that you have. And then you also need to give your dog vegetables. Some people don't like the idea of feeding vegetables. Some people just feed a raw diet, a prey model. But I realized from my research that you need to give your dog some vegetables, because there's certain nutrients that they need that they will get from vegetables. I kind of put all these vegetables in the blender, blend it together. Sometimes I even add kefir, I add milk, I even put like frozen fish to kind of make it have a very, very good smell, and then I freeze it up. The freezing process will kind of make it available for like 4 weeks, and then during each meal, I give them 1 cube per day, sometimes 2 per day. So remember that vegetables and fruits are very, very good for dogs as well. And then when you're also looking to feed your dog a raw diet, you need kitchen equipment. You need a food scale to be able to measure the food that you're giving your dog. So there's the recommendation that you need to feed a certain percentage of your dog's weight. So I feed, when your dog is younger, you need to feed a dog that is between 2 to 4 months, you need to feed them at least 8 to 10% of their body weight. And within those 8 to 10%, 80% of that needs to be lean meat, 10% needs to be bone, 5% organ meat, and then another 5% kidney. So kidney and liver, 5% each. So you need a food scale, you need a chopping board, you need a Ziploc bag to store the food in your freezer. You have the option to use container, airtight containers if you have that. And then you also need a meat grinder if you have a smaller dog. This is optional because if you have a butcher, you can always ask the butcher to grind the meat and they'll do it for free, as long as you're getting the meat from them and you just ask them to put it through the grinder, grind everything together. So you can even buy your lean meat, your bone, and just do the measurement and weigh everything at the butcher's there and just ask them to put everything through the grinder. So by the time you get home, all you just have to do is portion it out and put it in the freezer. So my name is Femi Olajiga. I am passionate about raw feeding, and if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell notification. I'm going to be releasing future videos about dog training, dog nutrition, how to help your dog become a better dog, and how to increase the life of your dog to kind of make sure they have a healthy life. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.